Okay, guys, a very interesting theory question comes up when we look at the chord progression that we did over the that Latin progression, the E flat, the E minor 7 to A7, F minor to B7, that pattern. Um, when soloing over it, what the hell do you do? How do you approach it? It becomes a little bit of a conundrum because, yes, it is modulating. It's going up a semitone. So essentially you could play E minor to F minor. But the chord changes are so fast, it's like this, right? So getting around the chord progression is quite hard, and it's a little odd. But here's a secret, right? Because actually F minor works over all of it. Why? That's the question. You might ask, why does F minor work over all of this when you're playing an E minor to an A7? It doesn't make sense, right? Because A is in F major. That's true. A is in F major, but check it out, right? Because here we're using sevenths. We're not using an A major 7 chord. If it went E minor to A major 7, that would certainly sound wrong. But it goes to A7. Check it out, right? Because when we use the 7 sharp 5 theory, what happens on this is that above the major third here, the C sharp, we're going to stick this note, which gives us a G. It gives us a flat 7 as well. Or the other thing that you can do is you can play this voicing as well, which has a D flat, the C sharp. It has the G and C in it as well, so it's a mixture of major and minor, essentially. I like this voicing. Much better, personally, but what it means is that you have chords. I like to call them bisexual chords, because they are neither major or minor. They are both. And what happens with these chords is that you'll find a whole lot of diminished works over it, not only from the root but from the flat ninth as well. It works over it as well, gives you this rich sound. It's very, very jazzy, and if you check it out, what's in that scale contains F minor anyway. It contains all of it. That's why it works. And also, minor approaching E minor is part of the A7 chord. In the E minor chord scale, you have an A7 anyway. So, given that 7th chords can be bisexual, they can have both major and minor qualities, and diminished works over them very well, it means that basically, with this kind of chord progression, you can almost get away with anything. The important thing is to resolve, though. That's the thing. So, like, have a listen. I can play. I'll just play in F minor. Sounds fine, right? There's no need to modulate. Okay, if I modulate, it gives you a new quality. You don't have to do that. So the key here is to be able to look out for chords that can be bisexual, as I say, both major and minor, because in those situations, often if you check out the diminished scale that results from that, you'll find that it fits into the key center nicely. In this case, the key center for this chord progression is actually going to be F minor. And if you think of F minor in terms of a lot of times we approach, in jazz we approach the last chord, we approach the root chord chromatically, which gives us, we could use an E minor to do that, you see. So this is quite advanced theory, but it's something that makes choosing your key to solo in much easier if you can recognize it. If you want more details on how to recognize this sort of thing, or you want to take on some theory classes and stuff, I'm available for online lessons, and I can help you with your understanding of theory. It's a lot of work though, and you do have to study. It's a little bit geeky, you know, but I love it. I think it's fascinating and it's a lot of fun, and it opens up a whole new world for you. But yeah, that's just a basic tip for you today. So just to look out for the key center, what works. So I'll just play that to you again. Okay. So if I play around the chord, if I play diatonically with the chord changes, that's the kind of effect you can get. Okay, that's the sort of effect you get. But if I play just F minor, I added some chromatics, I'm sorry. Well, anyway, I got a little bit carried away there, but basically, with this kind of chord progression, anything can work, but play it with conviction. For example, I sing with the solo because I want people, when I take a solo, I want people to hear my intention. If I solo without singing, it doesn't sound as intentional. If I sing and I play something that sounds a bit off, it doesn't matter because it sounds intentional. But check it out. Right? So it sounds much better because it sounds intentional, even if I play wrong notes. Actually, when you do that, is there really such a thing as a wrong note? I don't know. As long as you resolve, there isn't. I have a friend, a saxophonist. I love his playing because he does this. He goes outside like crazy. He'll play something really weird. But he'll resolve, so it's inside. So, and he'll repeat phrases in different keys. So. Ooh. It gets really weird, but anyway, that's, as long as you resolve it in this kind of chord progression, it doesn't sound wrong. And that's what I love about seventh chords. Seventh chords give you so much freedom. So, but in order to get to that stage, you do need to learn the theory behind seventh chords. And that is something that I have so many plans for books about this, or I have bass method book that I'm planning to write. But anyway, I teach these things online. You can take a lesson in theory, or you can just take ad hoc lessons where you decide what it is you want to learn, so that you can apply it to your playing. And I'll give tabs and stuff. For this lesson, there are no tabs. This is just a talk, and it's something that I hope you find is useful to your own playing. But improvisation is something that is a hell of a lot of fun, and once you have got to a certain stage on your instrument and you know your instrument well enough, it becomes something that you can unify with your whole body, and your mind and your voice. So that is freedom, right? You don't have to think, you just play and it just comes out. So I'm still not at that stage yet. I still get flustered or stuck on some things where it's like I think too much. That's the problem. Sometimes I think too much, and I mess up when I think too much. You just got to let it. You got to get to that stage where you just let it flow. And it's not something that happens quickly either. It takes time. So anyway, I am rambling and rambling. It's relevant stuff I'm rambling about, but I'll leave you with that. So have fun. I'm just going to play out.